yeah, some of the other options, right? Sounds great. Would I please play the Ruby song? You can play the Ruby song for yourself if you want to listen to it. It's on his YouTube channel. I'll play it later, maybe, and maybe not. But I am not the gatekeeper of the song. Go, you know, listen to it. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. The banned version on my trophy list? It's not, no. It almost was, I think. The case seems to be pretty good. I don't know. Maybe. Ooh, very good lantern. I think I might want to cycle Triome and return it this match. I do think I'm going to ice the Seachrome Coast here so they can't make a token. Although they can probably just needle my Wrenn off the Saga. They're not going to sack the lantern, are they? Pro con of Temur Rec versus Lotus Field. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of ins and outs to this case, but I would say that the biggest ones. I might play this Triome now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna want to cycle too much more because I feel like this Wrenn is about to get needled. There's obviously a lot, right? But I would say that in general, like Lotus Field is better at dealing with creatures. Reclamation is better at dealing with linear decks. And Lotus Field is, I would say, is more powerful and less consistent. And, you know, Rec is the slightly more consistent deck. Tomato Bisque? I love Tomato Bisque. Thank you for the 4 months. Appreciate you. Okay, they don't get a Needle for Wrenn. They get a Springleaf Drum instead. Grow their Construct to 3/3. And they Thought Cast. Yeah, Lobster Bisque is very good too. I actually had a Corn Bisque over the weekend. I never had it before. It was fine. Do you ever play Charbelcher / Oopsal Spell? So on the stream, what I like to do is I like to, you know, work on deck lists. Even during the trophy race, you know, less so during the trophy race. During the race, it's like sometimes I'll just grind decks that I've been working on, but I still mostly like to play lists that I'm interested in and lists that I think I maybe have some room to explore and innovate on. And I don't have ideas on how to innovate or improve on the Belcher or Oopsal Spells archetype at the moment. If I ever do, I'll let you guys know. But for it isn't one that I've had like any ideas on, and so it's not one that I'm like really looking to play on stream for that reason. Thanks for all the follows and stuff. Mal, thank you for 7 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, I have played against the Living In variant with the Rhino sideboard plan. You'd have to ask Menino Ne what they think about that plan. I think it's fine to put the Triome into play there if you want, but I think I'd prefer to have this to cycle with the Wrenn and Six. You could probably let that one go. That one's probably gonna be fine. Cody, continue gift sub. Love to see that message. I don't know why that one doesn't give you a notification, but that's always a great one to see. They might have Metallic Rebuke, and you know they're 1 mana short of rebuking here. With that pause, could be reading too much into the pause as well. So I play this Triome. It's +2 mana. Seems worth it with Deluge in hand, Deluge in yard, Nexus of Fate in hand. Seems like I want the extra mana. Well, I guess yeah, maybe I didn't here, actually. And maybe I did. Yeah, I want to find a fetch land. Let's see if I can find one off this. Okay, there we go. All right, we have officially entered garbage time. I'll take 2 Shark Typhoons. I'm not too good to take 2 Shark Typhoons. But what do we do with this Typhoon? We could cycle it. Is there anything else we could do with the Shark Typhoon? Does anybody know? Does anybody know if there's anything else you can do with a Shark Typhoon? Oh wait, I meant to cycle. Hardcast? You can hardcast this card? Okay, playing against the Sieve's blue-white affinity list. Let's bring in the Force of Vigors and the explosives. I think I want to trim on Counterspell. Then maybe play 2. Maybe just cut all the Fire Ices. I think I want 2 Fire Ice. 2 Fire Ice, 2 Spiral. Kind of awkward to go down on green cards, but that's what Kaheera is for. Infamous Fish with a deck tech. Let's go. Free deck tech. Alright. Why not Veils? They don't have that much counter magic. They do have the Rebukes, but I think the Sieve's even on like 3 Rebukes main. I'm not sure exactly what the sideboard looks like. I think it's just a bit too narrow. Is Affinity good or just mid? To be honest, I feel like the Affinity list, like, I did a lot of exploring of this blue-white archetype. I think it's very powerful, but it has a lot of consistency issues. And I found that the Fiddlebender list, I think, is a good trade-off where I think that you get you have a lot of consistency in the Fiddlebender list without losing too much consistency. They can't rebuke, right? Because this doesn't tap for mana right now. Yeah, I don't think this is something I've ever even said on stream, but because it just doesn't come up. I don't play that many Force of Vigor decks, but you can respond to this trigger from Urza Saga, and if you do, your opponent cannot. They cannot tap it for mana. So here we can Force of Vigor before this trigger resolves, and my opponent can't Metallic Rebuke because this just straight up doesn't tap for a mana. And they're trying to Metallic Rebuke, but they can't. Dark Horse, thank you for 10 months. Still love what you're doing. Glad you like the stream, Dark Horse. Appreciate you. I'll take that. Might get to do it again. Okay, not this turn. Mono Purple Tempo, thank you for the 11 months. Yeah, I did have the green card here, of course. I do have the Kaheera. I missed why can't they? So Saga doesn't tap for a mana until that first trigger resolves. It gets the ability, the coveted ability to tap for a mana after that. Ooh, almost walked into the shark. We also, like, you know, we know that they have got the rebuke, basically. But thankfully I drew the green card. Although I could just excuse me, I could just cast it now. Yeah, maybe it's better to hardcast so they don't get another token. They do get to draw a card. I think I'm supposed to leave them with the Esper Sentinel. Not the construct, but I'm not 100% sure. Just take the 2 for 2 here. Upkeep. Well, yeah, the problem with upkeeping it is we know they have rebuke. They 100% have rebuke in their hand. We saw the Esper Sentinel try to tap for rebuke. Nettle says, okay. Pretty strong card. I'm gonna ping. Ping, can jump like this. Get Wrenn and Six going. Want to destroy their citadel for cheap stone rain? I'm not. It is indestructible for those. If that's a real question. Although I don't. I just suspect that it was not a real question. It's just a feeling I've got. Like someone's about to troll me, and I don't know why. I kind of prefer to EE on 3. I think I'm gonna plus and just pass. Well, no, sorry, I need to cast. If I'm gonna cast Fire Ice, I need to cast it now because of Rebuke. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cast Fire. Let them draw the card. Unfortunately, and then I can chump block this with the Shark. No Hullbreaker like Waffle. Hullbreaker's very win more. It's not a good card in this deck. Yeah, the Nexus of Fate does what the Hullbreaker is trying to do way better also. Also, I hate fun. I'm very anti-fun. Quad Esper Sentinels. Last card is Rebuke. B_Sent. Thank you for the 22 months. Thank you, buddy. Opponent is ignoring Wrenn and Six. It's like Hullbreaker Horror is gonna look every single time you cast it because it's a 7-drop. But I do think the card is just win more. Like it's a 7-drop that requires you to have more cards in hand. Dies to a lot of things. I started playing Dark Souls and just beat 4 Kings. I thought the game was hard, but I've been using a spear and fighting everyone from a mile wide. That is a great way to play on your first time. An excellent strategy. So I can EE on 3. And then my opponent can Rebuke, but I can pay. Feels right to me. Red, green, blue. Think I'll dabble in a Pioneer after the race. I'll probably try it a little bit off stream. I have a lot of things I want to do post race. I've got a lot of plans. Trying out Pioneer is one of them. You know, of course, like brewing with Kamigawa is going to be a big priority too. Some stuff that I can't quite talk about. But I got plans. What about Legacy? Yeah, maybe some Legacy. Now that Ragavan is toast, format could be better. Okay, ignoring Wrenn still, putting me down to 6. So I'm pretty sure I'm popping the explosives in their draw steps, so they can't just Academy Ruins and replay this turn. Black Red Rock with White Splash exists. I'm not a big fan of that list, but or those lists. They're okay. I think that like if you're gonna splash a color, like white is the worst one, and there's like a lot of reasons to just be 2 colors. Well, no, you'll be trying to Ninjutsu Blightsteel. I'll let Seth Ninjutsu Blightsteel Colossus. I know that he's very excited to. Or I'm sure he is. I'll let Seth Ninjutsu Blightsteel. I'll watch him do it. It'll be a good time. I do not expect that to be I don't expect that to be a good deck in Modern. I don't expect that to be where I start brewing. You never know, I guess. I have one more forest or island? Yeah. Oh, I don't have it. I tapped my green sources already. Okay. That's fine. Not excited to Ninja Blightsteel. I mean, what I like to try to focus on are, you know, competitive brews. And I think that the Ninjutsu Blightsteel Colossus deck, it will be very fun and will be also not competitive at all. So, I'll let other people have fun, right? All serious business here. Yeah, I didn't think I wanted to upkeep Scry because I want, but maybe it was better too. Got pretty paid off though. Yeah, there's a new card from Kamigawa that got spoiled that gives creatures in your hand ninjutsu, and so the idea is that Blightsteel would be the best one to ninjutsu because it just kills your opponent every time that they don't have Solitude. But I think that's unlikely to result in a competitive strategy. And you know, I like to explore the more competitive side of things first. Occasionally, I'll do something fun, but I try not to go too nuts with fun. All right, we just get to play Wilderness Reclamation's favorite game of what does my opponent want to concede to? Which card? Will it be this one? Not that one. No. Okay, so it will be this one. Yes. Yes, it will be that one. Nimble just killed them. They were at 10. I did it? Oh, I did go with the Wrenn and Six ping. Memory Deluge also killed them. Trophy 60 was also with Rectus Rock. I played one league off stream last night. It was a trophy. I had a great day yesterday. I had a great day the day before too. But I got my channel Fireball meeting, wrote an article. Good stream, trophy on stream. The one league after the article I wrote was also a trophy. It was great day yesterday. I think like Martin uses maybe like the only one I haven't like talked too much to. No, that's actually I've actually played against Martin at a PT before, you know, long before I was aspiring Spike, but actually I played against Martin at a PT and we got deck teched that round. We actually chatted for like 5 or 10 minutes before. It was really cool. He was really nice. Plain Sentinel Luris. Hammer time, I guess. I think I'm going to bolt so I can go Wrenn and Six next turn. Yeah, but the news about SCG and the creators. I did, yeah. I thought Luis had a really good tweet about it. I can maybe pull up real quick. Yeah, so for those of you who didn't hear basically, it seems that the Star City Games is gutting their competitive content, really all their content in general. They laid off almost all of their writers yesterday. Which is very sad. Very sad. Why not ring Ping Sentinel instead? You could do that too. I think both lines are fine. So, what Luis said about it was, I feel like what he said is very much how I feel too. Tough day for those interested in the competitive, sorry. Tough days for those interested in the competitive / deep strategy side of Magic. SCG has always been a competitor to CFB, but I'm sad to see they felt like they need to make this change. Heart goes out to all the folks out of work too, and I hope they land well. I thought that this follow-up was very on point. I'm interested in seeing what comes next from WotC, but it pains me to see so much of the game's history being set adrift while these things are still uncertain. Even if OP is great in the future, fingers crossed, we've lost a lot that I care about here, and Magic is worse off for these losses. And I absolutely agree, and you know, the reality is it just feels like we keep losing stuff. We just keep taking L's as a community, which is very sad. You know, it's just feels like every year lately something goes away, so lose something. My trip for races dub. Yeah, obviously it's not all doom and gloom, but things are changing. Things are changing. I also feel like really weird when I felt very weird these last couple of years just because I've had a lot of success, but I've had a lot of success while a lot of people I really like look up to and admire have been struggling a lot, and it's a weird feeling to have. I did finally get a preview card, Drew. Yeah. Is there a stated reason why they stopped? They wrote a post about it. They said that of course like with competitive play not being as supported, it's like they said that it's hard for them to justify the cost of like maintaining the staff, right? And you know that does make sense to some extent. I don't know what the finances of Star City Games are like. I don't know anything about it, but Cedric Phillips also left the company recently, and they cited that him leaving like made it like more complicated, and I don't know, that line of the article felt weird to me. It's like Cedric doesn't need to be there in order for you to support the content creators, but maybe I like misinterpreted exactly what they meant by that, I guess. Oh, I was supposed to play the second Reclamation first, sorry. Don't know exactly how impactful that's going to be. Would really like to ultimate this red next turn. They should be able to, but I have to kind of draw something, I guess. Yeah, that line kind of felt like a comment that was like, it felt unnecessary, but it's also like maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Seems like they're blaming Cedric. I think that I'm probably just reading a little bit too much into it, but that line on the article like did stand out to me. You're sending everything at me. Okay, well. I beat one hammer. I think I block here so I don't die to Shadow Spear. Block here. Obviously I beat, you know, any combination of two hammers or hammer / Shadow Spear. I think Cedric leaving a accelerated decision to constant save. Yeah, that's probably that sounds likely, yeah. Looks like cranial plating. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm probably just reading too much into it. Just kind of thinking out loud. I'll also say, I kind of hate to say this as someone who, like, you know, writes content, but I do in some ways feel like written content is something that Magic players take for granted. I don't, maybe that's not what the right way to phrase it, but this turn is so sick. I wish I was talking about this game instead, but I think it's important to talk about this Channel Fireball or the Star City stuff. It's like I think that Magic players really like that all this written content exists, and they think it is really good that these like wells of knowledge exist. A lot of people really like them, but it is also like definitely true that players don't engage with written content nearly as much as they do with like Twitch streams or videos. And I think that's just like a natural progression. You know, the more that internet culture and content creation becomes ingrained into our culture, like the more natural it is that written content is going to be less consumed. Like, I say this as someone who spends a lot of time writing content for Channel Fireball, and I put a lot of work into it. People don't engage with it in the same way that they engage with my streams or my videos. And that's fine. I also think I'm better at streaming and doing videos than than the Channel Fireball content for whatever that's worth, but that is definitely a reality too. Say worth something like this. And so it's like, I really want written content to continue to exist and to thrive. I think that there is room for it. But if you want, I guess what I'm trying to say is if you want written content to stay around in the Magic community, engage in written content. It doesn't have to be CFB Pro. CFB Pro is the biggest well and probably the best well at the moment now. But yeah, this stream is free for the viewer. The CB content nowadays isn't. Yeah, I mean, sure, but I mean, I don't know. It's like, sure, the stream is free. I'm happy for you to engage with the stream for free. There are free stuff on CFB Pro, but like the reality is, like, you know, you need money I need some subscriptions for the stream to function. Channel Fireball needs subscriptions to continue making CFB Pro. CFB Pro is like CFB Pro is the best value you could possibly get for your money for any Magic content there is. For $5 a month, you get access to the mind of all of Magic's gods and me. You get access to the mind of Martin Yuza and LSV and Andrea Mingucci and not Huey Jensen anymore, unfortunately. But it's just, you get access to the minds of just some of the best players to ever do it, and me. It is an insane value. It is an insane value. And you can also, if you are planning on buying cards already in a month, you can you can get store credit equal to the amount of your subscription. It is a really, really good bit of value. And so I think I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, I don't read articles because it's behind a paywall." But I don't actually feel like that's, you know, I don't know. It's, yeah, whatever. But I feel like it's a great value, and I do recommend it. If you want to support written content, that is a way to do it. Store credit is useless for EU people. Yeah, I know that it's useless for a lot of people, but it is still, like, if you are going to pay for any content, I'm not saying that $5 a month is nothing. I'm not saying that it's easy to afford $5 a month for people. I've struggled to afford $5 a month plenty of times in my life. But I am saying, if you are going to spend any amount of money on Magic content, CFB Pro is better value than subscribing to my channel. It's better value than literally anything else you could do. For the amount of knowledge you gain to the ratio of knowledge you gain to money spent is it's unreal how good it is. I think I'm gonna go Wrenn and Six into EE on 0. Most articles I want to read about. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Again, I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm not saying you should do this. It's all, of course, up to you if you want to subscribe to CFP Pro. Channel Fireball does not ask that I shout them out on the stream. This is not something we discuss. I'm not being paid to say this to you. If I wanted to never shout out CFP Pro, I don't have to. It's not in my contract. But I am saying it is a very good deal. And I am saying, if you want to support written content, that is a way to do it. That is a way to engage with it. And I am also saying that, you know, I think when we see when we see Star City Games lay off their writing staff, obviously we're all really sad about it. We don't want it to happen, but I also just don't see the player base engaging with written content like maybe they used to. And so, if you believe in written content, you know, there's also like tons of other talented writers, you know, freelance writers, independent writers, TCG Player, Card Market. There's lots of wells. And there's also, like, you know, going to be a lot of freelance SCG people now who are going to be going to other places to write their articles. I'm going to do this now to play around Blacksmith Skill. And if you like their content, I do encourage you to follow them to wherever they go. It is, like, very daunting to switch platforms as a content creator. Curry Magic, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate you, buddy. Why EE on Instep instead of their turn? Because they can get Needle for EE there. And then they can also have Blacksmith Skill to protect their... I think I counted this. They can have Blacksmith Skill to protect their construct. Status with 2 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Guess I need to draw something. Guess I need to draw something. Alright, that's something. Do I attack? I actually feel like it's good to not attack so that I can block both the Stoneforge Mystic and the Nexus. Apostle's Blessing is colorless. I'm not playing around Apostle's Blessing. I'm playing around Blacksmith's Skill. Did I say Apostle's Blessing? That may be the boomer in me coming out. Wasn't SCG known for their big organized paper events? Seems logical to me that they're cutting these times so not delayed. Well, I guess that's one thing that's confusing to me though, is that yes, they are known for their big paper events, but their paper tournaments are coming back. Their paper tournaments are about to come back in a couple months. So the timing is really odd to me that they would cut their competitive writing staff right before their tournaments come out. I feel like, not that I know the inner workings of what's going on, but it feels like a weird move to me. Does that make sense? There are going to be SCG opens like very soon. They're like this month, and so hopefully that does help people engage with content. But that is an excellent point. You know, what's the deal with only 3 Wrenn and 6? We are a 60 card deck as opposed to an 80 card deck. 4 Wrenn and 6 is, you know, like a no-brainer in these Yorion lists, but we don't have any ways to get rid of extras. Like, you really only ever want to draw 1. Having 2 in your opening hand can be bad. I think I've been happier with 3. I haven't tried 4, but it would obviously be fine. The opponent's mulled to 5. They've also revealed Luris. So probably Hammer again. Are they still not doing coverage for tournaments? Yeah, they're still not doing coverage. I know. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like we've lost so much as a community the last few years, and I don't know. There's like some hope potentially. Like I think Vegas proved that you can host paper tournaments. That being said, like Vegas was like before Omicron picked up a lot, and it is like. It's like, do you just have to, like, maybe you could just do them in the summer for a while? I don't know. It's just such a pain. It's all such a pain. Ooh, they have the bobble. I was really hoping they wouldn't have it. Yeah, I missed the Pro Tour days, too. I feel very thankful that I was actually able to play at a couple Pro Tours. I was able to get in. Feel very lucky. And it's really sad because I see a lot of like younger, very, very talented players who have so much potential to like make it in the game. Milan is kind of like the number one that comes to mind. Milan is this very young player who's I think still a minor, but has racked up like I think 4 PT qualifications and hasn't been able to play on a PT because they're a minor, and they're just like crushing online tournaments constantly. And I would just love to see these players get to shine one day. You know what I mean? Think it's possible to switch Wrenn for something else? Yes, but you have to play Sultai or Bant. Sultai is the cheapest option, but like the main reason to be red is Wrenn and 6. You have to be but if you cut Wrenn, then you want to be Sultai because then you get access to like better removal than the red offers you. You lose Fire Ice, but you can maybe even splash red just for Fire Ice. Play like Fatal Push instead. Maybe play some Decays. Maybe play maybe there's some other black cards I'm not thinking of. But I'm not sure that there are. I don't have a Sultai list, or at least not an up-to-date one. Maybe I can make one because I keep getting this question asked, but it wouldn't be that crazy. Like you cut the Lightning Bolts, you cut the Wrenn and 6s, you cut the Fire Ices, you play 4 Fatal Push. Maybe you play like 2 Triumph. Like you probably don't play Fire Ice. You might play Snapcaster Cryptic. You might just like Cryptic Command is a card that I really want to play in this list, but I think the red cards are better. So like, but maybe in like Sultai you get to play it. This Ingenious Smith is going to be very difficult to deal with. I think I'm going to Spiral in response to the drum. See what I find and then ice this Smith if I don't find anything better to do. And this maybe will not give them a creature to tap to the drum. Okay, I mean, killing the smith is pretty nice. I'll take it. I'll counter this. Very good Moldify for my opponent. Their list looks very cool. Red, blue-white affinity with Luris Companion instead of Thought Monitor. They're playing pretty in on the Thopter Sword Foundry combo too. I feel like you probably want Thought Monitor instead, but I could be wrong. Yeah, Deluge Reclamation is pretty nutty. Yeah, Tutors is I think Tutors got 2 trophies yesterday too. I really do not think we've seen the last of Tutors in this race. I think he's gonna make another push. I can feel it coming. Yeah, Luris buying back combo pieces is pretty cool. Do you think they play Whir? Maybe. All their lands have tapped for blue so far. That's a pretty good tell. I think I'm gonna just flashback Deluge here, hold up Charm. Take Counterspell Nexus. Yeah, Tutors has been playing like Pioneer and Legacy and stuff though. I know that he's, you know, felt a little discouraged in the race, but let's also like Tutors has 51 trophies this season. That is an insane number. That is you know, 7 more than Prince had when he beat me last time we did the race. We still have 14 days left in the race. I think that he is accomplished a lot here. And he's still like really not that far behind, you know, Menino and Ginger. I actually had a dream last night. I know I've mentioned my my trophy race dreams. This is not a joke. I had a dream last night that that Tutors got 10 trophies off stream overnight and was 1 behind me. And then when I woke up, I saw that he had 10 extra trophies, but he was streaming Pioneer when I tuned in, and it's just like, I'm like, how is he streaming Pioneer and got 10 trophies overnight? it was an odd dream. It's like, what, he's streaming Pioneer and he got 10 trophies overnight? What is going on? So I'm very excited for the race to be over, and I'll have hopefully normal dreams again about redacted. I was thinking of like about dreams about Gab giving me his yellow hat or something, but I feel like I couldn't think of anything funny. Guess you're 150. 150 trophy. OS is now playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh no. Yeah, dream deleted. If I break the record, am I going for no more trophies next season? Yeah, we're not trophy racing. I'm not trophy racing next season. If other people want a trophy race, I hope they do. I'll tune in. I'm still gonna play. But after the trophy race, I'm going to be doing a lot of brewing for Kamigawa. That's gonna be immediately what we do. I have some other projects I'm working on. We might play some Pioneer. We might play some Legacy. But I am not going to be going 100% all year long every year, like, yeah, or all year. I like doing this like maybe once or twice a year, but it is not healthy to do the whole time. Just, you know, 7 days a week, like 8 a.m. to like 9 p.m. every day. Well, I usually take a break in the middle of the day. Yeah, I think I'm playing the challenge this weekend. I'm definitely streaming this Saturday, because I have my preview card to reveal on Saturday. So I should be playing the challenge this weekend. All right, good hand. Is Spiral often default? Yeah, you sign out Spiral a lot in sideboard games, and sideboard games are slower usually, and you can afford to lose a little bit of speed, but not every match. I'll probably be updating this guide next week for Channel Fireball. How much EV have I generated during the race? I don't know what that means. How do you quantify the amount of EV you've generated? I did get a preview card, yeah. I'm previewing it this Saturday. I've given chat some hints about the preview card. It's going to be legal and modern. It's in the new Kamigawa set, and I'm previewing it on Saturday. Those are your 3 hints about what the card does. How many subs have gone up during the race? You'd think I would know that. I don't know exactly. Subs are actually like a little down at the moment, to be honest. But like up overall since the race started. I could Force of Vigor now, but I feel like I want to use one of my bolts on the Sentinel here. But again, I don't like the stream to be about money or subs or all that, you know, nonsense. Amalgam, oh, thank you for the gifted sub, appreciate you, buddy. Okay, subs are back up to exactly where they used to be, and we can move on from this topic. I feel like if I engineer explosives here, they're just gonna rebuke me, so I'll just put Kaheera in my hand. Cole, thank you, Twitch Prime, appreciate you, buddy. Newt Siki, I think it was 5 months. Gonna find Chromatic Star. I think I like Wrenn and Six ping here. Just pass. Maybe I should have played Wreck and then bolted. Could have also E'd on 2 and popped. Jab for the 16 months. Rendell to Twitch Prime. Thank you guys. Listen, I'm doing very well. You guys don't need to feel like you need to subscribe. I was not. I realized when I said that sounded like a little bit of a bait. That was not my intention. I am doing well. One of my perks from channelfireball.com is they give me unlimited Outback Steakhouse coupons. It's a pretty good deal. I was a little bit confused, but I'm gonna take the coupons. Kebab, 4 months, appreciate you. Wait, is that true? Yeah. Yeah. Does it sound true? Yeah. So they're coupons though. They're not. It's not gift cards. It's just like 15% off an appetizer, or, pay $15 extra if you stay for over an hour. Which is a more obscure coupon. Yeah, waiting to jam the wreck until I can pay for Metallic Rebuke. Yeah, SCG Philly. I'll be at SCG DFW. I don't think I'm going to any other ones. Yeah, buy a water, get a water free. I do have that coupon, yeah. Don, thank you for tier 1. Appreciate you, buddy. Will I go to SG Philly if there's an Outback near the convention center? Maybe. Archino JK when CFP gives you a coupon when you subscribe to them. Do they give you an Outback Steakhouse coupon? Oh boy. I'm doing really well, chat. You don't need to. You don't need to give 20 subs. Stream things are going well. I didn't mean to bait, but thank you, Peru, for the 20 pack. It's very nice of you. I do appreciate it. I don't want to feel like you guys got you baited though. I have all the Outback Steakhouse coupons the boy could ever want, huh? Yeah, at 1 million subs, I'll do a coupon giveaway. At 1 million subs, we'll do a coupon giveaway, huh? I guess I'm not paying. They got me. So I can counterspell with and pay for dispute. Yeah, I'll turn off the notification sound. Thank you again so much for your generous 20 pack. I don't want to seem like I don't appreciate it. I do appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. If you got a gifted sub today, make sure to thank them. But, you know. Let's not go nuts, huh? Yeah, I think I like Texas Roadhouse more than Outback. Although I have a friend who works or worked at Roadhouse, and she told me, you know, some horror stories. So maybe I don't like them more. Okura, thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate you too, buddy. Okay, you can rebuke this. Their opponent declines to rebuke. Probably gonna be correct to charm here. Use some of that mana. Yeah, the rolls at Roadhouse are so freaking good. Okay, Spiral, put Castle into play. I'll take a Memory Deluge here, I suppose. Dude, Deluge is insane in this deck. Come pretty nuts. Oh, they did have another rebuke, and they didn't rebuke my second Reclamation. It's fine. Is my opponent? Are we still playing? I guess we're still playing. How's living in matchup? It's fine. You've got 4 endurance in the sideboard and 4 negations in the sideboard. Probably gonna win this game. Yeah, the rec deck has been really good. This is probably what I'll play in the challenge this weekend. Which does mean we probably won't have that much time for grinding in between leagues, but we'll see what we can do. 3060 as well. Yeah, there are also there are theoretical some Simic variants, but I'm not sure how I feel about those. Okay, my opponent mulled to 6. They kept 6. My opponent mulled to 6 and they didn't reveal a companion. I feel like I'm probably supposed to put back Bolt. And just lose if they play a turn 1 Ragavan in their Murktide. Redbeard, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. You play Teachings Insulted? No, play Deluge instead of Teachings. Yeah, Deluge is way better than Teachings. But you probably want to play some Cryptic Commands in Sultai. You probably want to play just have like a higher curve. You want to play more lands too. Actually, maybe like 1 or 2 more lands with no Wrenn and Six. Do you have a Sultai version? Be willing to play a Sultai version stream? I don't have a list together. Island Pass, like I think that Temur is better than Sultai, and so I'm not like, especially when I'm trophy racing. I think I just want to play this version for now. Island Pass the 2 months. Go read with the 5. Thank you guys. Too bad I only have Jeskai fetches. You only need blue fetches. You can play. You should build the mana base with only blue fetches in your Archmage's Charm deck. That'll be fine. Would I do a write-up? I have done a write-up about this in the past, but it's out of date. But I have written about these ideas. And I do have like an out-of-date Sultai list up there, but it should be like something you can look at. Yeah, Menino Nate does stream. I believe it's like their same username but with an extra O on Twitch. Have I tried a gifts package? Yeah, but you really don't want to see the list. It's like literally the worst deck I've ever played, but it was awesome. Maybe some people remember it. 4 cards in their hand. Interesting that they would play the mine here without sacking the star or the sphere first. How's Judge position? It's a fine deck. Totally fine. Deck that's been like somewhat popular lately, which is always like kind of what you don't want to hear as a Dredge player, that it's popular. You kind of want it to be a little under the radar. Athena's an outside dog now. Good. Thank you, Bada. I've gone 5-3 the last 2 FNMs with Dredge. Pretty good. For a second, I thought you meant that your FNM was 8 rounds, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I've played 1 FNM since COVID started, and it was 8 rounds. It was 5 or it might have been 6 rounds cut to top 8. It was, I believe it was 6 rounds cut to top 8 at FNM. It was a nightmare. This is Ballista. I think I can let Ballista resolve. That ain't an FNM spike. That there, it's a PTQ. I know, man. Yeah, I think I went 4-1 drop at FNM. It was midnight, and I had to get up early to stream the challenge. It's like, well, I guess I'm gonna head out. I had a good time though. Yeah, but I was in there for a long time and a good time. Not gonna try to counter that one. That's not one I'm that interested in letting resolve. Maybe with the red-green reclaimer deck from the other day. Very, very good deck in like the grindy matchups and you know, creature matchups in general. A poor deck to play, however, if you are expecting, I guess I should have spiraled in response. Take 1 less damage if I find bolts. It is a deck that I think is not good though if you are expecting to play against like any kind of like big mana linear decks, cascade decks, combo decks. I felt really, really unfavored in those matchups. Okay, so we have 15 mana. So you can make a 6/6 Shark and Nexus. Should Nexus first to have a chance to draw the Nexus off the Shark. Do you have a favorite art of the Tron lands? I don't think so. I kind of like them all. Yes, Wrenn and Six are mandatory for Temur because if you're not playing Wrenn and Six, you're better off playing Sultai or Bant. Wrenn and Six is the main reason to be Temur, and it's very, very good in this deck. Do I just make a giant shark and hold up Counterspell? I think I do. Yeah, Memory Deluge is absurdly strong in this deck. I can't believe I was like, in my first like drafts of this, I was playing 3 for so long. I don't know, it's kind of, you know, it's modern, you don't like, you're not like conditioned to play like a ton of these like 4 mana draw spells. Opponent just saving time. Well, my opponent can draw Tower and like Ulamog me, like potentially. I would not concede if I were my opponent's shoes. A tower would give them like an extra 8, like an extra 11 mana here. What could you play on the board if you don't own Endurance? That's kind of a tricky one, because you don't really have great options. Play Ooze, you could play Leyline of the Void, you could play Relic of Progenitus, Tormod's Crypt, Soul Guide Lantern. None of them are great. You can play Wheel of Sun and Moon too. I need to get some water. I'm going to bring in the forces, both Negation and Vigor. And then I think I just cut the bolts and 2 Fire Ice. Probably want more Fire Ice on the play. And like less Force of Vigors on the play. But forcing Expedition Map on the draw I think is good enough. And obviously it has other applications too. Yeah, you can replace Force of Vigor with Ancient Grudge, that's fine. Opponent's mulled to 6. Let's keep this. Opponent's mulled to 5. I think I'm going to put back the Force on the mulligan here. Shandrap, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate you, buddy. I realize I have half of an egg roll left from yesterday. Or, sorry, spring roll. There, real quick. Yeah, I got this shirt in a Vegas gift shop. I drove 40 minutes one way to work today until I didn't have to work. Brutal. Not exactly the same, but one time I was doing construction. I drove like 40 minutes for a job, and we worked for like 2 or 3 hours before we were told there was a snowstorm coming. And the snowstorm hit as I was driving home, and it took me like literally like 3 hours to get home. It was brutal. And I was snowed in for like 3 days. ASIs are based on class levels, Funky. So you'll have to wait till you hit level 4 in one class, not overall. Alright, opponent found land number 3. It is the second tower, unfortunately for them. Esther, finding the line means finding the right play. So when your dad got off the airplane to not go back home, that was the right line. Does Texas get a lot of snow, or does it not have enough power? So usually Texas gets like one big snowstorm every like 3 years on average, I would estimate. Sometimes more, sometimes less. I think I'll keep the shark. Just draw. Good draw. Great draw. I think it's the best Aether Vial deck. I think Spirits is actually pretty underrated. But maybe Merfolk. Merfolk or Spirits would be my picks. Humans is good too. Humans is fine. Or do we go back to Deluge versus Snap? Deluge is better. Deluge is absurdly strong. You could maybe go back and watch the VOD even, but Deluge is just like... I think it is too good to not play 4 copies of in this deck. Yeah, I know a lot of the stories I tell on this channel are of are not true, but yeah, the one about Esther's dad stepping off the plane and becoming a refugee is true. Did I say Goblins is a very good Vial deck? I mean, it is a good Vial deck, but I haven't been like that impressed by by the deck lately. Like, Vial is the best... Goblins is probably the best deck at maximizing the power level of Aether Vial, but that doesn't mean that Goblins is the best deck that plays Aether Vial, if that makes sense. Like, the curve is just kind of high. The deck's kind of slow. Well, this was the easiest game of Magic I've ever played. Hopefully, match number 5 will be about as easy. This is Green Trial. They did mull to 5. They probably should have gone to 4. I don't know. They probably have like stirrings and scryings and stuff in their hand, and they just never drew a green source. Let me get a prediction going for Trophy 61, I guess. Just blazing through these trophies, hopefully. Prediction live. Double Penguins lethal? No, it wasn't, because I needed to get Wrenn and Six needed to give me the land to cast Nexus. But also, like, this is not the game to nitpick either. This game is very over. There's no way to lose it. 1 the die roll, huge and modern. You have to take a mulligan though. Fine mulligan, I guess. Probably put back Nexus. Opponent revealed no companion. They're still taking their mulligan decision. They'll play till Force Carry. Yeah, we have to keep this on 6 cards. You know, this is not the best hand. Notably, we're not playing in Solaris decks, so like they're likely to be a little slower. Could be Murktide though. That'd be worst case scenario probably. Arid MTGO is interesting. Yeah, it could be creativity, it could be Boros Stoneblade, could be burn, could be prowess, could be could even be some 4-color variants. They didn't get a Triome, right? So maybe it kind of looks like creativity, but why would they not get a Triome? I think that I don't know what our record against creativity is like. I think it's okay. I don't think I've played a ton of the matchup. Yeah, probably the blue-red version, I agree. Yeah, I don't think I want to jam a Reclamation into a Remand here. I've built a banned version of this deck. I've even played it pretty recently. I think it's fine. So if they had a Remand, they probably would have played it there, right? They're not Blue Moon. They're playing Arid Mesa. But the Temur version's been like a degree better than Bant. They obviously have something here at instant speed that they're considering playing. Prismari Command potentially is that card. Spike is always forcing 4 colors. What? I feel like I play less 4-color decks than like any other streamer. I don't know. I should honestly play more. Yeah, this is game 1. Sorry that the record tracker's down. I prefer the Bant's Reclamation list to any other... Or sorry, the Temur Reclamation list to any other Reclamation variant. This is the best one. Alright, discards Dwarven Mine. Just got blue creativity. Wrenn and Six is like the best card in creativity. I don't really know why you'd want to play... Like, cutting the Wrenn and Six just makes no sense to me. Yeah, it's definitely the creativity deck. So if I can draw lands, I should be able to resolve the Reclamation because we can ice one of their 2 blue sources. Yeah, I misspoke. Temur is the best Reclamation variant if I have still confused you guys. I'm just gonna get 2 more Triomes here. Tron Reclamation? Untapping your Tron lands with Wilderness Rec sounds very fun. Sounds very fun, and very bad. Well, that just resolved. Good. I'm just gonna pass here. I'm not gonna Flashback Deluge. I don't think I want. I guess I could scry now, but then I can't. If I can't counterspell. Let my counterspell remand it and counterspell again. Floats a red mana. Okay, weird. Probably a mistake, misclick. Do I just bolt this? I think I'm just gonna use the bolt now, yeah. One of them. Why would they remand the counterspell when they can remand the spell? Well, they would remand the counterspell so that their spell can resolve that turn. If they go creativity, remand their creativity, their creativity is not resolving that turn. But if I only have 2 mana up and I counterspell, they can remand my counterspell and resolve creativity, which is something they're very incentivized to do. Feeling pretty good about our spot. Think Moto needs a QQ. I don't know what QQ is in this context. We're not sure to try to get a clock going. I mean, we don't need a clock. Would be my main reason. Where we're going, we don't need a clock. Although I'll take this one. Bet you feel really good now. Tapping all land for mana in arena. Maybe like I've played enough arena to like. I like that function. I think it's a fine feature. I don't know if it's how well it would translate to Magic Online, but it's not perfect either. I think that, you know, one frustrating thing about it is that it always prioritizes tapping non-utility lands first. Think Quicken is playable in creativity? Nah, just play like protection spells like Veil of Summer instead, or, you know, Flusterstorm, I think. Maybe, although there is some like merit because like it's pretty free to tap out on your opponent's instep for something in its creativity. So like maybe there is something to Quicken, but I think it's probably not that good. Okay, so yeah, every time we play against creativity, people always suggest bringing in EE, but EE is so easy to play around because it just sits in play. And you always have to hold up 2 mana. They never play into it. So Fire Ace is also very good because you get to get 2 tokens. So I think EE on 0 is not something you should usually bring in this matchup unless you're like really desperate for sideboard cards, which I don't feel like I am. Am I on track to break the record? If I can continue 1 trophy a day, which I have been doing a pretty good job of lately, then yes. I have there are 14 days left in the race, really like 13 and a half, and I need 13 more trophies. Getting this one right here would be really big for trying to break the record. Yeah, the black-red deck's really good at the moment, I think. My last 3 trophies are with that deck. Yeah, I like the more minimal layout for Moto, I agree. You need a better name for it than the red-black deck? Well, I call it red-black rock, but also, like, that is what it is. I'm not a big believer in, like, any fun deck names. Opponent says they need to restart Moto. Kind of hate fun. Were I surprised at no changes? Not really. I wasn't like 100% that would be the case, but I'm not surprised, no. And the reason for not playing Ice Fang besides the Kaheera limit? In my opinion, Ice Fang is only good if you play Abundant Growth. Like, it's castable without Abundant Growth, but, like, it's just so hard to, like, get the snow basics in a timely manner for Ice Fang to actually block things. So yeah, I really think you need to play Abundant Growth for Ice Fang to, like, be a reasonable card. Okay, I would love to get to resolve Wrenn and Six here. Obviously, I need to draw a red or green land. Yeah, I saw the new Remy song. Control A is how you get all the cards. Oh no, we drew a blue-white land. Never lucky. You have a Spell Pierce? No Spell Pierce. Yeah, you click one card, then Control A. Yeah. So next turn, I'm probably going to go Growth Spiral plus Fire Ice. This is game 2. We're up a game. Opponent continuing the assault with one crab. Yeah, this is match 5. We're playing for a trophy. We're up a game at the moment. Very exciting. Yeah, they're playing Polymorph or Creativity. Yeah, their list has been, or the archetype has been pretty popular lately, the Creativity decks. Am I nervous? Yeah, a little bit. It feels good to be nervous, though. There was a while in my, like, paper Magic career where I stopped being nervous because my soul had been crushed too many times. Just like you lose enough high stakes matches, you stop getting nervous. So I like the nerves. The nerves feel good. They're kind of like nostalgic, to be honest. Caring about something, really caring about winning. Yeah, exactly. I would rather feel nervous than not feel anything. Yeah, I feel alive! Yeah, nerves are good, yeah. Caring about the game is good. Feeling like you really want to win, feeling tense, I love it. Yeah, I love everything about it. Really wish I could just Nexus here. Take the extra turn, ultimate they're in. Gonna have to wait. Should probably ice them on their upkeep. Yeah, they forgot to attack with their crab. I could... Should I ice them? Because I could just, like... Yeah, all of their permission is, like, soft, right? It's all, like, Flusterstorm, Dispute, Remand. So, yeah, if I just hold up Hardcast Force, they just shouldn't really be able to do anything, right? Yeah. Yeah, you have no power here. Although if they get a token... If they get a token, I should probably fire the token. Well, I don't have to, because I can Nexus of Fate to ultimate the Wrenn and Six. But I guess I have to assume that the Nexus is going to resolve. I think I'll fire the token. I think I'll fire the token, and if I force, I'm going to pitch the Nexus. Yeah, they should be creativity into Archon. We haven't seen it yet, but that's been what's been common. If we pitch Nexus, we have nothing left. No, we have a Wrenn and Six ultimate with Force of Negation, Fire Ice, Growth Spiral in our graveyard. Which is game winning, especially with another Wrenn and Six in the hand. Would they have Fluster on the board? Yeah, Fluster, Spell Pierce, Dispute. These are the cards we have to think about. Remand is also a card they play. They have a stop on my draw step. I don't know what this is. Bluff the Tails End, I guess. Opponent says they have 4 lands in hand. Golly. So lucky. Trophy 61! Oh, man. Let's freaking go. Feels great. We've been running so hot lately. A very, very smooth trophy league. Esther, you want to come in here and give us a let's go? You don't have to if you don't want to. Oh, man. 61.